Oh, hey guys, Josh here at the Quick Speed Shop. I'm coming to you from my new 1969 Dodge Coronet 500 sedan. It's awesome. I got it off the trailer here. I've been driving it around the yard, well, rolling it around the yard. I got a place to hang all my GTX sheet metal now, right on the front clip. I've completely restored this car for no dollars, right in the yard. It's awesome. Old Dalton at Pole Barn's got nothing on me. I got this thing going. I'm waiting for my self-tappers to come in, and then we're really going to go to town. But for now, let's get the brakes unseized, throw it on some Dodge Diplomat cop car wheels. Hell yeah. The best wheels ever made. Get this thing off the trailer, go through it. Will it fire up? I don't know. Will it turn over? We got to go through that and check that out. I got the steering column hooked up. I'm ready to go. This is a power steering air conditioning car. They don't build them like they used to. And, well, this one's mostly rotted away. But we're going to have fun with it. Let's go to the trailer. All right, this is not the Quick Speed Shop. Check it out. I bought a new car. Well, most of a new car. It's a 1969 Dodge Coronet 318 727 two-barrel, power steering, AC, manual brakes, and it was only $300. How can you beat that? You tell me I got a B-body Mopar for $300? Yeah, that's right. You're looking at it right here. Why did I buy it? I don't know. Let's take a look. So first of all, are you crazy? Oh, by the way, if you missed the last video where I rescued this thing, I drove a round trip about 550 miles. It was in the Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania. And from me, that's a long way away. It was about 15 hours I was gone getting it. Anyways, the old Project Green Machine hauled it with a tired old 351 uphill both ways in the snow. It was crazy. Oh, look, it came with a whole bunch of junk. A hood with a scoop, some cut-off fenders, the AC compressor, other miscellaneous stuff. I lost a hubcap on the way back, not on this side, on the other side. But here we go. It is a 1969 Dodge Coronet sedan. And I bought it from a guy named Mark who was using it for parts at his restoration shop to build another car. So he cut the tail pan off for the taillights, but we can see the trunk floor is shot. The rear frame rails are shot. Oh, there's an 8 3/4 rear end. That's worth the price of admission. But it's got things that I need to build my Daytona clone, like trunk hinges. I didn't have any trunk hinges, so now I do. And I didn't have some of the parts for the trunk hinges, now I do. It's full of window trim. It comes with a wrong ear Dodge hubcap. I don't think that's the right one. Maybe it is, I don't know, because they had one of these and 3 of another ones. But look at this, air conditioning by Chrysler, factory AC car. It's got 4 door latches, door handles, locks, stuff I don't have. I don't need the trim, but it's got all the glass in it. The front fenders, he cut the front end off. The frame rails I thought were real good in the front, but they appear to be crunchy here, which is unfortunate where the suspension attaches, and I see a hole here, so they're not good. Manual drum brake car, which my car is also manual drum brakes. Oh. And it's missing all the brake stuff, but guess what? This car comes with it right here. It comes with the plate and the master cylinder. Here's the power steering. It's got a 318 two-barrel. I don't know how long it sat. I don't know if it had an air cleaner on it or not. We're going to try spin it over. So it could have potentially a good 318. I don't know. The plugs look like they're fairly new. Last time this car was on the road, April of '95, so 30 years ago. Let's see if we can get the door open. It comes with a windshield that's just sitting on here. I guess sedan and convertible maybe, I think he said, are the right ones, but I was looking, it does have a pretty wicked wiper scratch in it on that side. Oh, let's look, well here, let's get the door open. We'll take a look. Now, if you want to go on a Dodge hubcap scavenger hunt, if you go to Greeley, Pennsylvania on Route 590 in the Poconos, about 2 miles or a mile, I guess it would be south of Route 6. I think there's a Valero station on Route 6 and 590. If you go about a mile south, you'll find one of these hubcaps laying down there somewhere because it fell off the car and I heard it and I don't know where it went and I didn't stop. So if you're looking for one of those, go to Route 590, just shy of Route 6, the Valero station in Greeley, Pennsylvania, and you'll find it. Let's see if this door opens. Ooh, ooh. What do we got? We got the windows down. How are these doors? Ooh, rotted. Dang. I thought maybe the 4-door doors would be functional. Here's a big reason I got this car. Seats, front and rear seats. Obviously this one's had a cheap, looks like original material on the side and somebody recovered it. You're probably saying, why would I want 4-door sedan seats for a 2-door hardtop Dodge Charger Daytona? Well, I don't really, but here's the secret. B-body seats are horrendously expensive. A 2-door rear seat is like $600. A 2-door set of nice buckets is like $1,500, and the bench is like $1,200. So I'm going to go for now and use these seats because they're essentially free. Ooh, what we got here? Part of a thing. They're essentially free. We got Wi-Fi floorboards here. Pole Barn, old Dalton from Pole Barn Garage, he could fix this right up. Oh, look at this. The vent, somebody made a wooden handle with a cotter key and electrical tape and put this handle on there so they could open their vent. That's cool. So anyways, power steering car with the power steering column. It's got a 69 wheel, which unfortunately the horn, wait, is the horn ring stop here? It must stop there. My car, for whatever reason, there's a 68 column in it. So now I have a correct 69 wheel in blue. Which if I wanted to make it column shift, I can make it a column shift car, but I have a floor shift column in it now with a 68 wheel, so I guess I could change wheels. This wheel is, oh, crap. That wheel is super nasty, and it's blue, but maybe it'd clean up and I could paint it black. Hit the track, paint it black, hit it track. But, yeah. The interior actually, except for the headliner, the door panels look, oh, this one's missing. Maybe it's in the back. The door panels look like they're really nice shape, even though they're 4-door. The rally or non-rally dash frame is gone because he took it for his car. But I don't believe my car has a brake pedal for an automatic or the gas pedal, so that's more stuff. There's dome light, there's window cranks. Oh, what's this? Here's the tire pressures. I don't have any idea how many miles are on this car. But I'm going to guess that's a little old lady car that just got driven. And he said when he used it for parts and junked it behind his shop, the rockers and stuff didn't have holes in them. It just had holes in the back. So I'm going to guess it's a little old lady car that just got driven and used, then put away. Just a cheap sedan. But let's see if this opens. Ooh. Oh, we got rear seatage. So the door panels are like mint. They should clean up. The rear seat, even though it's blue, and there's the front door panel laid over the tunnel. Oh, here's where I threw one of the other hubcaps. So we got some kind of valve covers here. They look like Ford valve covers because they're Ford blue, and rocker arms. I wonder what they came out of. Huh. Okay. And kick panels probably for the trunk, but it's got complete seats in it, which is a big score for me. I'll be able to put seats in my car just temporarily. I might just get some vinyl dye and paint them black, even though it's got a tear at the top. Oh no. Oh, the whole top of the vinyl is missing or ate out from mice, probably ripped through. We're gonna have to tape that. What's it look like here? Ooh, it's got seat belts. So, like I said, I just need the seats for now. The seats are a little bit different how they fit in the 4-door sedan because of the doors and stuff like that. But it saves me a ton. I can just vinyl dye these seats black or put a cover on the front seat or something just to get me by. And then eventually I can get the correct seats or get something close. But for now, the budget's so far blown on that Daytona project that anything a little bit that helps is going to help. So this is going to be a big help to have seats. That's good. But it's got a B-body with 8 3/4 rear end. I mean, that's worth $250, $300 right there. So the rear end is worth what I paid for the car. So I got a day in getting it plus a couple $100 in gas. And there's lots here. We got a rear window, which I'm not sure if this is the same, just specific to this body style, or if this would fit something else. But I got hinges, I got all kinds of parts. The panel under the seat, behind the seat, rear seat panel looks like it's really solid. I had to buy that for my car, and because it was rotted out, but it probably could be cut out of this car and reused. Yeah, this back area is bad, but the trunk floor I think goes all the way up there. But that I'll save that piece because that was a $500 piece from AMD when I bought it, and I kind of wish I'd waited now because it's probably usable out of this car. I would have saved $500 right there, but it is what it is. The frame rails are coming right up through the floor, but you're looking at it here, a big four-door sedan Coronet. Uh-oh. That one doesn't want to open. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That one doesn't want to open. But the car was straight. It was super straight. He said the front clip was absolutely mint. That's why he got it with the grill and stuff. And the whole car looks like it was straight. It's just got driven and rotted. So I've got to get it off the trailer. And the next thing, oh, and it's got a good small block K member here. So it's got nice grease on it. So that's probably good. Hopefully that 318's somewhat good. Power steering pump, power steering box. We got a spare rim that was in the trunk. And actually, since it was in the trunk, it didn't rust like the rest of them. The tire is off it, but this would be a good factory 14-inch wheel. 7/12. Trying to see the date. 7/12. So let's see, July 12th here. So it's a mid to late year 69, and it's a 5-inch wide 14-inch rim. He cut the front of the fenders off, but the fenders are junk. Here is the air compressor for the AC. It is a Chrysler model. And it looks like it might be locked up. But I bet somebody would be looking for this for parts, so that's probably a sellable unit right there. Check out this hood. This is the 69 or A69 Coronet hood with a fiberglass, probably homemade, I'm gonna guess, scoop that has just been like screwed and bondoed onto it. And it's all rotted in the front, and somebody cut into it to get to the hinge bolts, probably because it didn't open for whatever reason. But yeah, this is pretty much scrap metal. Okay, I got a jack out. I got my handy dandy impact here. Let's see. These aren't left-hand thread, are they? Yes, they are. Look at that. So, wait a minute. Does left-hand thread mean, what does it mean? Whoop, not that way. Let's see, put this guy on 3. Here we go. There we go. Boom. Ain't nothing this impact can't do. That's amazing. Amazing, man. Put her on 3 and go. All right, so these are left-hand threads, so that means they are lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. And the rear axle will be the same. Oops. Oops, so we gotta hang on to them. The other wheel on the right front only has one stud on it, or one nut on it. So I'm like, oh, we'll just steal some from the right-hand side. Nope, can't do that. All right, let's get her up in the air a little bit. Easy. Ooh, it's got water in it. I heard it. Where's my bashing hammer? My tire relieving. Are these wheels junk? They sure look like it. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, there's water in there. So, how is our drum, our upper control arm? That upper control arm is super freaking scaly. That's nasty. Let's give this drum a whack. Ooh, it feels like it wants to go. Look at all the crap fall out of there. Let's put a wheel on it and see what happens. Hoop. Hoop. Always got to use correct Mopar wheels when you're Moparing. Now, will this turn? Oh. Oh, man. Wishful thinking. I don't know how stuck these guys are, but it appears to be very. Crashing the drum in. Break free. Separate. Well, that was a nightmare. The reason I cut them off is I wanted to save the backing plates because those are probably going to sandblast up and be good. But all these shoes were completely swollen and rusty. Look at that. The shoes, there ain't no way those are coming off. But these drums were stuck like nobody's business. Look how nasty they were. The shoes are all rotted off on the bottom. So, yeah. Wasn't any saving any of that, but now we got a nice freewheeling hub and we can throw a wheel on. One brand new cop car wheel and tire coming up. Look at that. Boom. I like it. There's one. Fortunately, I think I'm going to run out of daylight for you guys right now, but I'm going to get to fighting with the other side and see how I can. I'm going to probably do the same thing, cut it all off. But sun is going down. Look at that horizon out there. Isn't that wonderful? Going down. I love looking at the field at nighttime here. Let's go out. Let's reminisce. Have a Zen moment. Zen. This is acres and acres of field. Right now it's got like cover crop or probably hay on it. But we've got acres of Zen. Hopefully it'll never be solar panels or houses. Because then if it's solar panels, I can deal with that. If it's houses, I'm moving. Well, what a difference a couple days makes in the weather. It was nasty last time we worked on this a couple days ago, and now it's like 60 degrees and sunny out. I've been gone all day. It's a work week. I had to go down to the dentist, see my mom down home, went to the junkyard, got some parts, but now I'm back on the Coronet 500 sedan, and I got updates. I got the rear wheels on. I had to do the same thing as the front. I had to literally cut the drums all the way off. There's a shoe. What I would do is cut the whole face out, and then I cut a slot in the top, and it would pop loose because it was just stuck right to these shoes. Then I was able to drag the whole drum off, but leave the center on the front with the hub, and then the rear, I left the center of the drums just as a spacer to the axles so the wheels would fit correctly. I think I could probably just bolt them on without it, but anyways. So it's still got the shoes and everything on the back. They're just in there freestyling now because I got the drum out of the way. But now the car rolls freely, very easily. Oh, and I got super fancy, if you notice in the background. Why is there a fender on it already? I had these GTX fenders off my GTX that are pretty much junk. They're full of filler, and they got a lot of damage, and they're pretty rough. But they're B-body fenders, and they fit. They don't fit the inner fenders right, so the Coronet fenders must have different body line, because this is out or else this is bent, one of the two, but it's all B-body. Oh yeah, you can see the big gap behind the wheel, so the Coronet fenders must be shaped differently. But anyways, I'm going to bolt these fenders on once we get the car down and throw the hood on it, just because it'll make it look more complete. Why not? Even though this car's going to get cut up here eventually, might as well have fun with it right now. So that's just kind of on there. I've also been messing around with the doors. Sprayed them with goo. Well, actually, I noticed this car actually, if you see in there, see how that filler? It's got filler all in here. Right here, there was a dent or crease or something in it, and then there's a spot of filler here, and then this door looks like it's original, and then there's a little bit of filler here, and then the Wi-Fi quarter panels. But got the door open. I put the steering column up. It was hanging. Luckily, the lower bracket for it was laying in the car, and look at how rotten this is. All the way back to the torsion bar cross member and beyond, which is barely hung on. This car is about ready to break in half. Actually, the front, the only thing holding this together is like part of the door sill and the rocker and the transmission tunnel. But I have the steering column back up in place, and it's nasty on the edges, but the center is actually, the horn blow part is really nice, and it's the column shift. The column is disconnected from the transmission, but it's a column shift 69 column. And the other nice part about this car is it has the wiring harness, most of the wiring harness in it. Actually, the harness from here back is in the car, the whole car, the interior harness, the taillight harness, the gas tank harness, which I don't have any wiring for my car at all, so we should be able to harvest this harness. It doesn't appear to be damaged at all. This is the gas tank wire here, and reuse that. That's another score, because an aftermarket wiring harness, like an American Wire aftermarket wiring harness for a B-body charger or whatever, it's like $1,500. And usually aftermarket harnesses are like $500 from like Painless. The Mopar one's $1,500. It's crazy. Anyways, this will be able to reuse that, and it's got, you know, all the sockets and everything. But this car is crooked. This frame rail is going up through the trunk floor because the tailpan's gone, and it's it's actually settling more. It's up past the marker light on that side, and the trunk drop down is still attached kind of on this side. Well, actually, no, it's not. That's Wi-Fi. So when he cut off the rear tail panel, the floor of the car is starting to go up in. It's getting a little loosey-goosey. On this side, same thing. I was able to get, right now this door is stuck. I can't get it open. I sprayed it with juice and it's acting like it's not quite going. This door was locked. I finally got this door to open, which the buttons broke. I got to open it from the inside, but same thing on this side. It's got filler down here. So I must have had a little bit of rot in the doors. This looks like it's untouched, but it looks like the whole car is sprayed from here down. This might be original blue up here though. It's got a crease here. Actually, there's primer under here. I don't know if that's original or this side got resprayed. That might be original. Anyways, enough of that noise. I want to get this thing down off the trailer and stash it out back. So I mainly want to get the back seat out of here because it is kind of in the way. Got these mint 68 or 69 14-inch Mopar hubcaps. Fortunately, I lost one right off the bat from the guy's house, but we got two that are pretty much mint. This car has shoulder harnesses that are removable, or you can use just lap belts or shoulder belts. I'm not sure what's going on there. It comes with some Ford rocker assemblies. Oh no, this isn't Ford. What is this? This is something. It's painted blue. Whoops. But it looks like Oldsmobile shaped valve covers. I wonder what those are from. Huh. There's no, or maybe Cadillac? You know what? They could be off a Caddy if they're blue. It's got like a weird, like BOP shape to it. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there's a whole pile of motor parts in here. Hold on a minute. Something's labeled. What's this? Oil pump, timing cover, water cover. Hold on. Oil pan. 472 Caddy. There we go. Got a whole bunch of 472 Caddy parts came along with this thing for the ride. I don't believe it. I got some interior panels. That might be a trunk panel. Should save on this. Oh, what we got here? Holy shamoly. That's probably a trunk panel. This is interior whatnot somewhere. I can't believe there's Cadillac parts in here. Fuel line. Probably a Cadillac water pump, I would imagine. All right, I want to get the seat bottom out. How does it look? Looks to be in excellent condition here. It's filthy, but it looks like it's barely been sat on. It's not all ripped up. Oh, look at this. Down here, it's got holders for those seat belts on it, for the lap belts to hold on, but it's like a two-tone blue vinyl. It's the seat bottom is like mint. Oh, it's got one little mouse spot there, but the vinyl is really nice on the back seat, on the bottom anyways. That's cool. That's pretty neat. Okay, here's the here's the front door panel. Look at that. Allen, Indiana, Heron, July something, 1968. That's when this door panel's made. This is for the front door. Right there. Oh. Need these. Very nice sun visors. Can use these in my car. Excellent. Make a good pile of interior over here. It's dusty. Scared me. Probably should get a dust mask, but I'm gonna vacuum the car out probably. What is that? Big rigging. I want to get the seat back out, which I think is just loosey-goosey in here. Haha, it is. Unfortunately, the top of the seat here is damaged quite a bit. It's like sun faded, but we got the springs and the covering and stuff like that, the padding, so I could probably just get a seat cover for it. Obviously, I'm going to put a black interior in the Daytona clone, so this blue unfortunately needs to be covered up or dyed black, but I'll probably have to get a seat cover for this, obviously. But some seats better than no seat. Oh, I can see. Give you guys a closer look up in here. With the seat out, we got seat belts. Now, unfortunately, the part that sucks is in my car, the floor was replaced to here, and this panel is rotted in my car, so I bought it, which goes from this seam down to this seam. And usually they don't rot back this far, so a lot of times it's good in the cars. And the frame rails attach here and end right here in the front. But I had to get it for my car, and it was $550. Unfortunately, the one in this car is like mint condition. It looks like on both sides. And the same thing where the rails attach into it down here. It's like nice. So unfortunately, I could have cut this out of this car and saved $550 and paid for the car just on itself by using that panel. But that's okay. I've got it now. It's too late. And it's always hard to cut panels out and repurpose them. But back in here, the cross panels and the trunk pieces and all that, the package tray is like the same as a Roadrunner or a GT, actually a GTX Roadrunner body 69 it looks like, which mine has been cut and spliced and is missing the rear window spot altogether, which gets covered up with the Daytona plug anyways. But this one's all intact, so I might be able to use this. We'll probably cut the headliner out at a future date, but the roof panel has there's a straight roof panel. Obviously, it's not the same shape as a hardtop roof or a two-door roof, but we got good action down around the rear window. The rear window is intact. It's rotted here around the window, but the rear window is intact. So I'm not sure if this is the same as a two-door or if it's only specific to the sedan. But it is what it is. But we got more completers here than what I got to start with. The front bench seat has been recovered. It's original back material, but it's been covered with a cheap cover in the front. But being a four-door sedan, this is a fixed seat. It doesn't fold like a two-door seat would fold, which is going to be temporary for me, or actually maybe I'll get into it and I'll see if I can make it fold. I'm going to end up doing a bench seat car. I don't know if I'm going to use this column shift column. I might use a floor shift and a floor shifter of some sort, but I have the option now to have a column shift 440 automatic Daytona with this steering column. Clean this wheel up. I have a 68 wheel. There's a 68 column in the car now because it was a parts car and somebody threw a 68 column in it. So I have a 68 wheel, but this is the correct 69 wheel for Dodge. One of them anyways. So I could paint this black, dye this black, and then use the column shift column in the car. This is a power steering column actually, which I don't know if it's different than a manual steering column. And my car is manual steering. Yikes. In here, I don't know if the boxes, obviously the boxes are different because one's power and one's manual, obviously, but I don't know if the steering columns are different lengths or not. So maybe I couldn't use that column shift column. I most likely I'm going to keep the manual steering just because it's simpler and it actually steers really easy. But you see remnants of the fender tag here, long gone, rotted right away. But this is a factory AC car with the AC decals on it, and it's got the the 318. We're going to put a socket on this in a little bit and try to spin it. I don't know if it had an air cleaner on it, and I don't know how many. Well, it's sat for at least 10 years at the guy got it from his house, and who knows, it's been off the road since 95, so probably hasn't run in close to 30 years, so the engine could easily be seized up at this point. But I would love to do a will it run video with this thing. If it turns over and I can wire up ignition system, I'd love to try to fire the 318 up. Imagine driving this car around like this, especially like this in the back after like 30 years. That'd be super fun. And I've heard that the internet likes will it run videos. When I do them, the internet doesn't like them, but for everybody else, they seem to like them. So maybe if I did one on something like this, the internet would like it. I don't know. The algorithm hates me, but they loves everybody else. Okay, I'm going to set you guys way out of the way because you got to catch the car. I don't want to get the winch back out, and I don't have a high level of concern here. So I think I can just roll the car off, and there's, I don't know, 50 feet, 40 feet-ish to the back of the black 80 Dodge truck. I think this will stop by the time he gets there. Maybe. So I guess the worst thing to happen is it doesn't. But I think if I just give this a little shove here and I line it up, I line up the steering. Actually, it's got to go this way just a hair. I think if I just give it a go, it'll go. And eventually it'll stop. Eventually it'll stop. Look at that. I knew it would. You missed it. It's over here now. See, it stopped. It didn't even run into anything. How cool is that? Man, I love my beat body. Oh, it did run into the back of the ramp on the trailer when I was moving around and bent up my mint quarter panel. Oh, now the frame rail is really coming through the. That's not good. Rough. She's rough. Anyways, man, this thing looks even better on the ground. I love it. I love it. Look at that. Mopar action at its finest. We put both GTX fenders on it. Throw a hood on. Actually, I got bumpers. I could put the front 69 bumper on it. You're like, why go through all that for a parts car going to cut up? Yes. That's the answer, yes. Oh, actually, I got an idea. Watch this. The deck lid off the GTX is all junk. It's all rotted down here. It's somewhat good up there, but it's got surface rust. It's not very good, but it's good enough for who it's for. And I'm pretty sure it'll bolt on, at least bolt onto the hinges. And I'm pretty sure it's the same shape as this. So if I got some spray spooge and a socket, I bet we could put this GTX deck lid on here and close it. Oh, this car had a trunk light. Look at that. And close it and have a deck lid. All right, got the bolts out. What's the chance that this will slide right on here? It's also full of mouse nest. Nice. So I think this just goes, oh boy, up and slides right on here somehow. Can't see nothing. Somehow. Oops, oops. Oh, like that. Oh, like that. Look at that. Restored it all already. Some bolts. Oh man, this thing's got a lot of adjustment. Holy cow. That thing's got a lot of adjustment. Of course, I'm in the weeds. Someone got in the trees over here. This is awesome. Restoring, bolting together. This will add some rigidity to the whole shooting match here. I mean, sure. Now, will it close? And then, yep. Ooh. It's, ish. The back of the car appears to have moved around a little bit. I mean, man, the back of the Coronet was a lot longer than the old Roadrunner GTX. I mean, that's better than nothing. I don't know. Okay. At least it keeps my hinges hinging. Let's go ahead and spray them with some goo. I think that's all we got. Oh, ow, that was my head. Dang it. Just go ahead and put some goo in here. Ouch. Ouch, that hurt. That's why you always wear a hat. Man, that hurt. I mean, I guess, sure. Got a deck lid on the car. I love it. Yep. So this thing was blowing around in the wind before, this guy. So now it's not going to. I should really get like a 2x12 and put it in. Nah, I don't need to do that. This is that's severely folding, almost in real time. Boom. Got it. Sure. Looks good. Uh-huh. Perfect. Can't even tell it's off of a different car. A couple of self-tapping screws would fix this trunk right up. We'd be good to go. Look at that. I like it. All right. Trunk fixed. Boom. You know what? I just can't help myself. Can't leave well enough alone. Can't leave well enough alone. I've just gotta do this. Just gotta do it. Just gotta do it. Just can't leave well enough alone. I mean, look at that. Sure. Yep. Fits. Couple of 5/16 bolts up front. Couple of fender bolts. Look at that. Completely restored the whole front of the car. It's 100% better than it was. Oh yeah. Perfect. And I bet if I had a hood, you know what? I do have a hood. Let me get a couple of bolts, and then I'm going to put a hood on this. And then everything will be covered up, and the car will be back together. You know, it's so much easier to store cars in one piece than it is in pieces everywhere. They take up so much less space. Ow. Yep, there goes your back. Don't worry about that. Look at that. Instant hot rod. Now it's a 440 Roadrunner GTX Coronet 500. We've made an awesome conglomeration. I can't believe it. So awesome. You know what? I think I've got $300 worth of fun just out of putting parts on junk. Hold on a minute, one more piece. Hold on. I bet if I made some bumper brackets, we could go like that and have a bumper. What do you think? Am I crazy? I don't know. So, put this down here. What I'm gonna do is make some space next to my 58 Plymouth. Over here, I gotta blow the tires up on them anyways, so they've been sitting and the hardtop's really sinking. So I can blow all the tires up, move this junk, I can pull this car ahead because it rolls real easy, and side shift it like a foot or two, and then I got to get out my Worthington tractors. And if you want a Worthington, I'm going to have a Worthington sale. I'm getting rid of this one over here, which I think comes with original tractor rear tires from it, but I have the hood for it. It's a mid-30s model, mostly complete, original wheels, missing the grill shell, but it has a hood, the seat, all the controls. It's got an ID tag on it. On the firewall, see, it's got the instrument cluster in it. It's the most complete one that is the later model. There, air cleaner. It's rolls. It's got these double cleat tires on the back, which are super awesome. They're really nice. I doubt they reproduce those. These have got to be like 50, 60 years old. This one's a little rough, but they both hold air. Yeah, I'm going to be pedaling this guy. I'm going to list it on probably Parts Swapper and Instagram on the internet. But if you're watching this video and you want a Worthington tractor made from all early Ford parts in the 30s, look them up. Worthington, right there. This guy's getting pedaled. These other two, I want to build the early one that I've got here. This is like a 32 model. I want to build this, and I'm going to use this one for parts, or save this one for parts, because this is the most incomplete one. And it's got 35 Ford wire wheels on it. It doesn't have the original Worthington wheels. So this will be my parts one. I'm going to build the early one, but the third one's got to go. So anyways, the reason I'm saying all that is I've got to shuffle them, because I think we're going to park this Roadrunner GTX Coronet 500 sedan conglomeration, boom, right here, and we'll have the Mopar Field of Forgotten Dreams, 57 Savoy hardtop, 58 Savoy two-door post, and 69 conglomeration of Mopar. And this will be here for parts for me for the Daytona project. I can get parts off it here and there. And I would like to see if the engine turns over. Probably we'll do that. Well, at least we can at least put a ratchet on it right now and see if it works. I wish somebody hadn't put the hood on the car. Who did that? Oh yeah, I did. Well, let me get the hood off and let's at least see if the engine will spin. Okay, I found an 1.25 inch socket for my breaker bar. Let's put it on the crank bolt and see if it wants to do something. Here we go. We're tightening the bolt. That's not a good sign. Still tightening the bolt. That's not a good sign. Oh boy. This thing's locked up. Oh. Oh yeah. We tightened the bolt up a bunch. Oh man, she might be a little stuck there. Now nothing says we can't pickle it with some transmission juice and some kerosene or diesel fuel. We got ourselves a complete 69 318 two barrel here. Yes. No, maybe so. Ooh. Even the kickdown is stuck. The carburetor. Ooh. The carburetor is stuck. That's not a good sign. That is a sign of, yes, it had moisture in it. This car came from a junkyard, and then the guy I got it from has had it for like 10 years and let it sit out in his wet area where all the brakes and stuff got rotted, and it had the hood that came with it had a horrible fiberglass hood scoop with holes in it, and if it didn't have an air cleaner on it, it definitely inhaled a ton of rain. And there's no dipstick to check the oil because the dipstick's missing. But it is currently stuck at this time. It'd probably be worth pulling the valve cover off and looking at it, or pulling the plug out. Not right now though, because half the plug wires are missing. They're all off. They're all over here. Here they are. Why are they over here? I don't know. Vacuum port missing on the intake. That's wide open. Carburetor was wide open. I could pull the carb off and take a look down the throat of the intake. That would tell me somebody stuck that over there. I don't know. Might need a little bit of pickle action. Maybe pickle it with some ATF and let it percolate and soak down the cylinders. Might free it up. But right now she's locked up tighter than somebody in jail after a weekend binging Fiesta. So not good, bro. Not good. I don't think we're going to be firing her up today. Now this is interesting. This is a red. Valve cover is painted red. Well, the whole engine's painted red. Maybe it's orange. Maybe actually it's probably, 69. 68 would have been blue. Okay, 69, I guess the red would be correct, or orange. Orangish, reddish color. So I guess it is what it is, but no firing up today. The water pump turns just fine, but the, nope. Anyways, we had fun today getting the old Coronet 500 sedan off the trailer, having it roll under its own power after cutting all 4 brake drums off. Went through it, found that has a ton of usable parts. I paid $300 for this car. I had to drive 550 miles round trip to get it, and I don't know, it's probably 150 bucks in gas, so we'll say plus time, we'll say I got 450, 500 bucks into it. It gave me somewhere to hang all my extra GTX sheet metal to get it out of the way and out of the yard and put it in one place. And I think there's easily $1,000 worth of parts for me. The K-member, you sell that, small block K-member, B-body K-member, that's got to be easily a couple $100. The B-body 8 3/4 rear end, it's open, but it's a 741 pinion. I could see that. And it's got a tag for the gear ratio. It's probably 294 or 323. I'd like it to be 323, but at 8 3/4 B-body rear end, easily $200 or $300 easily. So we got a 727 behind a 318. Is it stuck? Is it junk? I don't know. The 727's most likely not junk. So a small block 727. The seats are the big thing for me. B-body seats are horrendously expensive. Now, granted, these are 4-door sedan seats, so the rear seat is not quite the right shape for my Daytona clone, but it's close enough for now. The bench seat doesn't fold because it's a 4-door sedan, but it is a correct B-body bench seat, which are very hard to find and very expensive, even in rough shape like these, like the front seat is. They want $500, $600, $700 for the correct B-body bench seats. For the 2-door ones, that flip, or more than that. The seats are horrendously expensive. It's got a power steering box and a power steering column with a nice steering wheel, or a usable steering wheel. That's got to be a couple $100. It's an AC car. I've got the AC compressor and the pulleys that I can sell. They've got to be worth something to somebody as a core. It's got a good core support that could be cut off. It's got miscellaneous parts like that rear under behind the seat pan area. It's got a ton of trinket parts, latches, hinges, trim. The 4-door trim might have some value to somebody. We've got full suspension in the front, even though it's rough. What else we got? A whole bunch of smalls, wiring harness in the back. The car harness is in the car. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of parts. It was definitely worth spending the time to go all day uphill both ways in the snow to go get this thing. And these B-body 60 to 70, especially 2-door Charger and stuff, Coronet, any of the 2-door 60 to 70 B-body parts are outrageously expensive. Everybody wants a fortune for them. So I This is the first time I've ever seen one of these cars, like even like a satellite that's in this shape. Somebody's going to want, for a parts car, somebody's going to want a couple $1,000s for it easily. Being like a two-door satellite, you know, just is what it is. So this is a really good score for me. I'm glad I got it, and I'm going to stash it away with my other junk Mopars, and we'll use it in the future. So thanks for watching. I got a lot of stuff to move now, but you'll see further what's going to happen to this car on the channel as we build that Dodge Daytona clone coming up this year on the Quick Speed Shop YouTube channel. Bam! Don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends.